Yo, what up? What it do? It's your boy JDQ, and it is exactly 1:52 a.m. down here in beautiful sunny sunshine Florida. Right? Give me 1 second, guys. I want to make sure I don't have everything set up before I get started here. So you might be asking yourself, JDQ, what the hell are you doing up? First of all, this early in the morning, right? And number two, how come you have that very sexy, low toned Earl Jones voice going on at night? Well, the answer to the second question, I don't know how I do it, ladies and gentlemen, but it happens. It just happens sometimes. And to answer the first question, we got to talk about this video premiere that my boy Red Hood did a little earlier tonight, and we're gonna talk about it, y'all. But before I get into that, I have to roll out that beautiful red carpet to every single one of you guys. All right. And I see already a few of you already on here. We see Siege, Brett, Richard, Noah, Daps Diary, Chris Handsome. I'm going to try to be as quiet as I can because everybody's sleeping at my parents' place. So, I'm going to try not to laugh too hard. I can't make any promises. And thank you, Daps Diary, for the membership. Sir, I salute you. I appreciate it. Highly, highly appreciate it. Thank you for that very much. Beyond grateful for that. I really mean it. But yeah, man, we got to talk about it because, and I'm going to let Red explain all the details and all that good stuff. But we have to talk about it. And I know there's going to be people after the stream ends and after the video is posted that they can say, hey, come on, man. Like, I thought we talked about this. I thought we were going to leave that topic and subject just be, and just kind of like quit talking about it. And to a certain degree, I 1,000% agree with that statement, but at the same time, though, it needs to be talked about because, and this is where I'm gonna let Red explain his side of, why exactly he came out with that video, which was very well done, by the way. But the reason why we gotta talk about it, and at least my summary of why we gotta talk about it, is because this predator catching community is a very delicate thing. And if we don't take care of it, you know what I'm saying, the movement, the culture, it could slip through our fingers, you know what I'm saying? And all the hard work that all the catchers, the predator catchers out there have done thus far will be just like, done, like gone, like done for nothing, So, but I'm not going to say much right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let Red do his thing and get into the link. And we're going to have him on here to have we're going to review the video. Of course, we're going to do a little commentary or whatever. But I'm going to let him explain why exactly he, he actually made the video and then premiered it, especially on a night like this. So let me just bring him on. Red, what's going on, man?
Yo, can everyone hear me? Yo.
Let's see. Can everybody hear Red Hood's sweet voice?
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Yep.
All right, cool. Liddy. Or
Yeah,
as Rami would say, Liddy like a pair of titties.
And yeah, and we really want that to be the face of the predator catching community. I think not.
Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
But so Red, man, first of all, thank you for being on here. Cause I know it's like mad late, and I have to give you the appreciation that you deserve. I mean, I don't know what your sleep schedule is, but me, I would have been done dead in the bed already. But thank you for being on here, bro. That's first things first.
Don't even ask, man. Don't even ask. Like, Sleep and I, we don't get along too well.
Well, that's not good. Wait, how old are you again?
I'm like over the age of 20.
Oh, okay. Like, so, like, not like the. You know what? I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna start that because if I start, then everybody's gonna follow, and it's not gonna look good. but that's good, bro. Like when I was your age, yeah, I used to have restless nights, but it was because of course, the females and all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't know if it's the same thing for you, but whatever's keeping you up, you know what I'm saying? Be careful.
Oh no, absolutely. Like what's keeping me up is I literally have like a gigantic ass gallon of like Poland Spring, and it's
Oh
like
my
ice
goodness.
cold. So literally every time I take a sip out of it, I just stay awake. And I prefer that over any like Coca-Cola or any like soft drink. Water, yo, water, people, water.
Hey man, I respect you for that because one of my struggles, and we'll get to the point of the topic of the night, but since you already mentioned that, one of my struggles these last few years, and especially these last few months, has been like getting off of, you know what I'm saying, like flavored drinks, soft drinks, and all that stuff. And mind you, I'm not someone that goes hard on them, but I mean, if I'm real with myself, like I do prefer, you know what I'm saying, like something with like flavor in it or whatever. And I know it's messed up because I know it's not good for me. Um, and that's where I have that struggle. It's like, damn, yo, like it's terrible because this tastes really good, but I know it's like eating me on the insides right now, and I have a struggle with like trying to get hooked on water. So I don't know if you have any tips for that, man, but I'll
I am.
appreciate if you can.
I don't know. Like, I think it was best to start young. Honestly, the more you drink water, the more like you. Me, I'm weird because I hate soda. Like, I think it was like really this really traumatic experience where one day I took a cup which I thought was water, and it turned out to be like this really like fizzy Coca-Cola, and I just spat it out. And then from that moment on, I was just fucking hate soda. Like, I can't have anything to do with it. Yeah, I like my orange juice, my apple juice, my ethnic drinks like as much as the next person, but anything like over the top like soda, Coca-Cola, none of that, man. That shit's like at least what some people say, that shit's horrible for you. So I just stick to water.
Oh, I mean, to kind of like shorten this up a little bit, I have been little by little, like I guess adding a little bit of like Crystal Light or whatever into like my water bottle, just to kind of like have some sense of like flavor into it, just to like wean myself off of the flavor little by little, and just drinking just water straight up. And it's been working. I've been drinking more water like by itself more than usual. So, but anyways, man, we ain't get come here to talk about water and all this nutritional facts, which I do
Damn
appreciate, by
right.
the way. We came here to talk about the nitty gritty of the amazing masterpiece that you pulled together and you premiered tonight on your channel. Go ahead and first answer me this: what provoked you to even make that video to start off?
Um, like not to call anyone out, but uh what I was seeing like in terms of content around that certain individual or on him, what I was seeing, to me, I don't know, it just felt like so below par. Like you had this one, I don't know if you've seen it, but there was this one with a thumbnail of like a chicken where all the guy does is just scream like a maniac about how much he hates Rami. And but he really made no solid concrete points with backed up with evidence and clear concise points that he could actually turn to. And you know uh on one of Rami's last streams, um I'm sorry, but I really gotta say this, the guy Ash Blue, I think he called into Rami's streams. He made a video on Rami, and he explained like all the drama and stuff. But in that particular stream, to me at least, this is strictly my opinion, you can obviously disagree, but to me, Ash Blue let himself be bullied around and basically bitched around by Rami on his stream, basically you know, disrespecting him on live on air. He let himself get disrespected. Like he made like no concise real points, and Rami just went to town on him. And so I was like, I mean, this Rami is literally the easiest person to pick apart in a debate. And I'm surprised how, you know, he didn't do that. Like again, I'm not trying to call out Ash Blue here or anything, but like
No, of course not. Yeah.
I just noticed that like he let himself get disrespected by Rami on his live stream. Like he called into basically debate, right? And he basically let himself get bitched around, you know? So
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think that maybe like I don't know, this is just me throwing possibilities out here. Like do you think maybe Ash Blue is still somewhat, you know, in some way, shape, or form, like scared of Rami or intimidated by him or something?
no, like I wouldn't say that. Like I would be surprised if anyone was scared of this guy. I think what's intimidating about him is that 100K sub mark, and how supposedly anyone who speaks out against him has basically a mob of over 100,000 people waiting to clamp down on them like a pack of wolves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the little frightening part about it. But honestly, it really makes no difference to me. um Ash, I mean, I'm surprised that that's what I'm saying. Ash Blue made an entire video about him. Ash Blue made an entire,
Oh, I remember.
he made an entire video about
Mm-hmm.
him, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
surprised at how much Rami was able to, you know, basically in that little moment, basically make him his bitch, and
Mm-hmm.
basically set the rules, play the game by his rules, and you know, and then the next person who called was, surprise, surprise, me. I called in right after him. I didn't let myself get bitched around. Like I came at him straight on. I gave him no room to come back. Well, I gave him room to come back, but I didn't give him room to basically bitch me around and try to, you know, uh, verbally bully me like he did like the last three people that went on his stream the night before. So yeah.
So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I kind of like I want you to expand on what I kind of mentioned before I brought you on here, and you know, I know, bro. Like I know already ahead of time. I can see it coming already. I can see the comments. I can see the messages, just kind of like pretty much spamming my phone or whatever. But there's gonna be people out there, you know, who are gonna say, guys, what the heck are you doing? Like I thought we had like already gotten past this. I thought, you know what I'm saying, like we were already beyond this. You know, what are you guys doing bringing this person back in the picture and talking about him or whatever?
Yeah,
And
I can respond to that. I can respond to that.
go ahead, go ahead.
What we're doing still talking about him is basically like, let's just use the most recent example, his recent stream where he basically coerced a predator to let himself get in a carton of eggs smashed over his head. Now CC Unit put up a post on his Instagram live, I mean on his Instagram story, basically detailing, um someone asked him, "Oh, why do you do this?" or "What do you think of like the more extreme catches?" And his response was, "Hold on, I think I give me a minute. I think I have it actually right here. Just one moment. Hold on.
Yeah, that's fine, bro. We got time right now.
It's yeah, I got it. Hold on. Yeah, right here. So someone asked him, "What do you think about unprofessional catchers?" He says they do harm to the movement and the cause. They want to make real change. You got to do it by the book and not break any laws yourself. Some of them are just dying to get content for viewers instead of doing it for the right reasons. Those are the words of CC Unit.
I remember reading that actually. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that
Yeah.
up.
So instantly, like the first guy that came to my head was obviously that guy who Jesse Pigman is pointing his gun at.
Of course.
Literally, That's who came to my mind, and he's still pretty relevant. You know, people could say, "Oh, why are you still talking about him?" Blah blah blah. Why are you still, you know, entertaining this guy? Because that's what we're basically doing. Every time we make a video on him, unfortunately, it's attention. We're giving him attention, but the thing is, it's bad attention. Bad attention. Like his frail ego can't handle all this bad attention, and he deserves this bad attention because what he's doing, like if what happened to predator poachers isn't enough to go on, the predator catching community is basically on fringes right now. If the big guy predator poachers got striked and basically order 66 off this platform, he, like, no one is safe. And then you have dumbasses like Rami thinking they could go around basically coerce people into getting cartons of eggs smashed over their head and basically doing anything for shock value. Shock value, purely shock value, nothing related to wanting to help kids. You know, if a catch goes wrong, get like the next incel that you could hook on a fishing pole in the next 15 minutes by downloading plenty of fish. That's not what you call dedication. That's not what you call true motivation. Like, that's not what, literally, it's like what more can you say? This guy's basically a threat to the community. Like, I know, like, I sound like otherworldly, but that's what it is. This guy is a threat to the community. People who look at that, like any DA who looks at that, will literally assume that's how all of us are.
Exactly.
Like people like Eric Kanevsky too, doing things like, you know, pretending to be like this mafia, like with like John Bravo. All of them, they give the community a bad name at first. Like at face value, it's like, oh my god, yeah, it's funny, yeah, I like how they're pretending to he's a gangster, a mobster, blah blah blah, and oh, a carton of eggs. But when you look at the bigger picture, it's not. It's giving the community a bad name, and so they're asking, "Oh, why are we still talking about him?" Blah blah blah. It's because of this. It's because of the shit that he's doing gives the community a bad name, and literally, I would not be surprised that it's because of him that basically all channels are basically starting to be looked down upon because of him, because of the shit he does, and people thinking that that's how all predator catchers are. And I wouldn't be surprised if more, you know, because of him, more shit starts happening to the people who actually don't deserve it.
Yep. And I could not have said it any better than that. You pretty much concisely answered like all and any question that anybody might have moving forward with that topic specifically. Like, oh, why bring him up or whatever. And so because of that, I mean, I want to say this, like, you can kind of see a gradual change within his channel or his channels, right? To where at the very beginning, you know, he would even mention, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, doing this for the kids or to protect the kids or whatever, right? Maybe at the very beginning, but like almost gradually, but very quickly at the same time, you saw the change of like, okay, it's about the kids and to protect the kids and the minors and all that, to how can I like extremely like humiliate this person just because I can, and just because, you know, they deserve it, which, mind you, I'm okay with, like, to a certain degree, to a certain point, you know, shaming the person, because I mean, there's got to be a moment in the catch or in the confrontation where the person has to kind of have that realization of like, damn, I really messed up. You know what I'm saying? I deserve this or whatever. You know, I'm okay with that, but don't make it solely about that. You know what I'm saying? And like nothing else, basically. And this is what the R word has done thus far, especially the last few months. You know. And so you answered that extremely well. I'm going to start playing the video here, and then I'm gonna let you kind of like walk us through what you were thinking when you put some of this stuff together. All right.
Right. Cool. Cool. Hold on. Let me actually turn back on the because I'm on YouTube now. Let me go. I'm back at Streamlabs now.
Oh,
So
okay,
okay, yeah, I'm good.
there we go. This is the director's cut commentary edition. All right,
Yeah,
featuring your
director's
boy
cut.
DDQ. Well, let me pause this
Let's pause
because
that.
yeah, I noticed that, and I think you did it for time's sake, which is cool. But I think this paragraph and the one following it kind of like faded away too quick for
Yeah,
me to like
okay.
read all the way through. So we're gonna read
Yeah.
through it real quick. It
Okay.
says, for years, Jesse Pinkman had led a life of disappointment, drugs, theft, and violence, always looking over his shoulder. One day, his life of crime would come to collect him. He had horrible influences. But in this alternate timeline, his horrible influence that weighed him down was not the infamous Heisenberg. ... It was a crackhead named Rami. And I'm gonna let you read the next paragraph.
All right. Rami led Jesse along, preaching that he was making Jesse's life bearable. But in reality, Rami was a parasite. Jesse had dreams of being a craftsman, making things, furniture, boxes. He wanted to smell the cleaning wax used on fresh wood and feel proud for accomplishing something. But Rami would have none of it. It was his way or the highway. Jesse was trapped.
Oh man, and on the chat on the on the live chat, I was like, man, this is already a dark beginning to this documentary or short documentary.
Yeah.
It says, one day, Rami coerced Jesse to try and sneak some heroin and other drugs inside a municipal courthouse and said he'd be sorry if Jesse didn't help him. Jesse helped, but they were both arrested because it was Rami's retarded idea. They were released. Jesse was shaken. His life had almost gone down the toilet. This isn't who he is. No, it can't be. I'm gonna let you read. I'm gonna let you read that one.
All right, Jesse decided to stop being Rami's lackey, to turn his life around, get clean, but needed to make sure Rami never came for him. He knew what he needed to do. Enough was enough.
Oh boy, here we go. I don't know if y'all ready for this, but
Why you here, my guy? I got the chat logs, my guy.
oh my goodness, this is where I lost it. I was like, because I don't know why, man, and OG followers and subscribers are gonna like laugh when I say this, but okay, in no way, shape, or form do I condone South Park and none of that. But I do admit they have a lot of funny stuff, and just seeing this cutout face of the R word, just reminded me of South Park for some reason because of the artwork or whatever, and it just the fact that it sits so perfectly well on top of the shoulders here was just it was great work, man. It was great work.
Guy?
Holy crap!
Cool.
My guy, why are you here? Bro, listen to me, bro. You can't be doing this, my guy. You can't be doing this, my guy. It's not okay, bro.
Oh dear
Nah,
God,
bro,
help
I
us!
don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed.
And
Hey, you got a commentary?
yeah, and I feel like anyone who's a fan of Breaking Bad, the show, is gonna enjoy this like 10 times more because like in that this scene is it's this scene is heartbreaking like without being funny, this scene is basically heartbreaking because basically what happens in the scene is Jesse, this guy who's like, you know, living on the fringes, we don't know if he's good or bad, this is his first time killing someone, like executing someone. And so because Walter White told him to do it, so we see how much he doesn't want to do it. But I kind of made my own spin on it and made it kind of funny, you know. And people who watch the show are fans of the show are gonna have a laugh at how basically the whole theme of drugs and how Rami is like basically a junkie. So that's how the idea kind of sprouted into my head.
Well, see, me, I'm gonna be completely 1,000% honest. So I've only seen like a few episodes of Breaking Bad. I would love to see it from start to finish, just to get like a better feel and a better sense of like the whole like show. Because I've heard
we should stop the stream right now so you could go watch it.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I mean, I kind of do, but let's keep ourselves semi-focused on the matter at hand. But I will definitely check it out. I mean, I don't know exactly when, but I do have to like make a schedule of like actually checking it out. But that being said, this is how dark and sad. Yeah. I can imagine. I haven't seen that episode, but I can imagine from what you were saying.
Global pandemic and all. YouTube has seen.
Let me just raise up the volume a little bit because I know it's like super low.
Emerge on their website.
All right, so this is why.
Particularly keen.
Let me pause this right now. This is part of the reason why this video is so important, because I mean, Red already said it, and he already explained very precisely, you know, like why the video was made and everything, and why it's important to talk about this right now. But within these like next few seconds, Red says some things that kind of like, I guess, also hit it home to like as to why this video is important, you know what I'm saying? And that the predator catching community or supportive community, you know, should like watch it in its entirety, listen closely to the information, all right, and share it forward, you know? So let's see what he got to say.
Or allowing to like continue on their website. I am, of course, referring to predator catching. Now, this type of content is obviously controversial in nature due to the subject matter and how it could very well be misconstrued and misrepresented.
We could leave it playing, and I could just provide just some live commentary.
Oh yeah, we could do that too, bro.
Yeah, because it's really long and sometimes it drags.
True that.
Have absolutely no idea what will become of a catch or a presumed perpetrator that is caught.
So like maybe what we could try to do is make it a smidge lower the volume on the actual video, so people could still hear it, but you know, whenever they want to tune out and listen to the live.
In order to make
I think that might be a little better, right? Or
from their video, should the situation call for it.
I'm gonna lower just a little more.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah.
Stating that they are not law enforcement, and they do not.
What about right there?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And stating clearly that
like so long as our voices are like the superior ones, because I have a feeling that most of the people that are on this live right now have already seen it on my live.
From strictly my perspective, one can measure how much these.
No, I think it's a pretty good balance for now.
Yeah, that's good.
All while maintaining a low.
So yeah, here I was just basically, you know, compiling this intro, right? I was like compiling all the poacher videos I could get my hands on, and then I just gave credit like in green.
Everything I have to say. Now, while there are many people that have come into the spotlight, the name people hear echoing in the mountainside is that of predator poachers.
I don't know why it's blurred, but fucking Adobe Premiere sometimes is
branched out into various groups.
Hey, I used to use Adobe Premiere, bro. It saved me a lot of times.
No, yeah, it's great, but for some things it's just I don't know.
No, I feel you.
Predator Poachers himself, with Bob Ross, Alex Rosen as its face. Alex, like
the resemblance is uncanny.
Coincidence? I think not.
In order to get people
I wonder if Alex can actually paint or do any type of artwork.
With the risks they take, it's safe to say that anyone with a channel dedicated to catching these people deserves considerable praise. Except
well, real quick, as we keep watching this,
Dolly or Scammy L.
Oh, you know what? I'll hold that question for afterwards. But it has to do with the EDP catch.
Hold it.
Maz.
Yep. I'm gonna hold it right here. Just put it in my pocket.
Alliance.
Love that. Love the Law and Order sound effect.
Now, you might be watching this and asking yourself, Another Rami exposed video?
Here we go.
We've seen this 1.5 million times.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, certain commentary expose videos like this one
Mm-hmm.
have been done in a hysterical yet completely ineffective manner, focusing solely on superficial aspects of Rami that everyone can see. Now, if you don't know who Rami is, that's perfectly fine, and as a matter of fact, I envy you a little bit. Now, at first glance, Rami Dali, under the guise of predator catcher, might come off as your standard do-gooder who exudes selflessness and truly cares about the movement behind putting pedophiles away. And
No, he
all in
doesn't.
all, comes across as this really cool, sociable guy to be around, and you feel the need to buy into his content. However, if all you do is a little research and take a second look, you will come to the realization that no matter what branch of
Wonder if all the
government
predators of him are like asking themselves, man, God, I wish I was caught by someone else, man.
that ruins it for everyone else.
I'm pretty sure, man. I'm
And
like 1,000% sure they say that
Spanish.
every day of their
Now,
life.
upon a second glance, Rami Dali
Just
is
They're,
your
they're probably saying, I wish I wasn't caught at all. But, like,
Yeah, of course.
Station / Rice Gum
But I mean,
/
if you
YouTuber
had the choice,
measures his
you know what I'm saying?
success
I
on the
would
number
have
of
been
donations he gets
better
per
off getting caught by
and the
yo,
amount of
pedo got
he
caught
gets
all the way, bro. Where
all
are they?
while
Have them come back.
guys of
True.
predator catcher. He is known for being
Or the
openly
original,
disrespectful and
which
abusive
no
to
offense
his
to
coworkers,
PP Toronto,
being a
they're
pathological
doing a great job.
compulsive liar,
But the
Nate.
original from
promoting
PP
false
Toronto, well, I
content,
forgot his name.
passing
Nate,
along
Matt?
Nate.
content that isn't
Nate,
his
there we
own,
go, Nate.
and
I
sexually
mean, I would have rather
harassing
gotten
women
caught by him.
online. And I'm not
Ooh,
kidding
sexually
about that
harassing
last
women
one.
online.
There have been countless women who have come forward, leaked DMs, and showcased just how much of a
You gotta
delusional,
love it. I mean,
self-centered
just
egomaniac this guy
that's
is.
why everything has to
Bro,
come out to light, bro.
his
Like,
ego's gotten
you-
so big that if you would climb to
love
the
it.
top of it
His
and
his
jump
ego's
off,
so big
you
that
might
if he
actually
were to climb
succeed
to
at
the top
killing
of it and
yourself.
jump off, he might
Now,
actually
I
just
fit into
kill
a
himself.
character type that is
oh my
all
goodness.
too
Well,
common
hold
for
on
some,
before we
which is
continue
a
on.
former
I want to make
fan
very
/
clear,
supporter
you know what I'm saying, and I've
who
told
one
you
day
this,
opened their eyes
Red,
and had the guts to
but
take a second
you know,
look.
I don't wish no harm to this
Tragically,
guy. I don't wish
out of
any
nowhere,
evil
Oh
on
shit!
him.
Yo,
But
yo,
like,
JJ, yo, forward it.
back,
We don't
back.
want it on that frame.
oh,
Who's ready to
oh,
end the
No. I
Okay.
just didn't want you to
Now,
pause it on
most
like Hitler
of
or
here
something.
don't
oh no, you good,
need
you
me
good.
to tell you that this and
I figured as much. I was
about
like, oh,
this is pretty much very illegal.
Who's ready to obliterate his life?
obliterate.
We
He wants to
got it.
obliterate someone's life.
Believe it or not, Rami actually gets away with leaking what he believes to be Alex's phone number. But what happens next just
Look at the
showcases
excitement in his
what
eyes when he
two-faced
said
this
that.
guy is.
Let's
Hey, hold up.
obliterate
Somebody's
this guy.
at the door, guys. Give me a minute.
Uh-oh. Who's at the door, Rami?
Oh no!
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. This was so well done right here, man.
Gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, Ow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure one of the live viewers called. They're trolls.
So,
trolls.
as we keep watching this, like I was trying to say earlier,
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk outside.
I don't wish
What happened was
nothing bad on him. You know
we're
what I'm saying?
live right now.
But
right now, 24
you know,
Lower it a bit. Lower it.
one or two of them
let me
called the department.
let me just say,
They make
all I really want
he has
to
weapons,
for anyone to
all
take from
these-
this like
you
stream
know, they die.
is
They
going
die.
through the
They're like,
information,
it's cold
the
facts.
facts, the evidence. You know what I'm saying? The hard, cold proof of like why this has to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? And this video does a great job at that. You know, getting all the evidence together, showing you like, look, this is why it's not a good look to have this person, you know, representing, you know, the organization and the movement and the culture. So that's the only, I mean, that's the purpose that why I'm doing this stream, you know, personally. But obviously, I know Red has that same intent, but in the broader aspect.
Like he's like that guy who his way of telling you to stop cursing Like
I'm not
he'd
gonna-
tell
I'm
you
not
to
gonna say
stop
that numbers
cursing
were
by
recorded,
saying, "Hey,
but
stop
yeah,
fucking cursing."
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna.
Mhm.
Little self-awareness. Like, do you
I know
not
how
see what
this
you're
goes.
doing?
I do
Mhm.
investigations myself. I
Like,
work with law enforcement,
it's
so but
A
here. He
1000%.
almost
no, I
self-incriminates
never said
himself.
I was law
Yeah.
enforcement. Yeah.
Like he was like, "Yo, so all I did in return was
As you saw, he was
I'm not gonna say it because
Mhm.
Alex's
Mhm.
so-called
he was
address
doxing Alex basically,
in that moment to
and
be Alex's address.
everyone
Unbeknownst
knows that
to his house,
basically had he
and
told the truth, he would have got
he
put in
was
hand
supposed
or
to
like
be the
no,
one.
but
He made sure
he was committing a
basically
crime, and anyone with the entire
brought
live
himself
stream, if they
like
want to push it
like
with the
he
authorities,
stopped
they can make a solid
saying
case that had the police not been called to his house, he actually would have gotten away with leaking his address or what he thought to
he
be his
stopped himself.
address.
He was this close to admitting basically that
My
he was
question
possibly
is,
doxing someone, but then
why
he
no one
basically grew a
up until
brain in the
now
next minute
has
and
actually taken the
stopped himself
time to
from
do that, or
incriminating
you know,
himself.
something similar? You know what I'm
So
saying? Like,
yeah, so this
maybe
video
not
pretty
go
much
that far or
showcases that
whatever,
had
but
the
kind of
cops not
like,
been called to his
you know,
house,
let it be
had the
known
police
within
not been
the
called to Rami's house,
police force or whatever. Like,
he
hey, you
would
know,
have
this
leaked what
person,
he believed to be someone
there's
else's
evidence
personal
out there
information.
already, pretty much almost out in the
No,
open.
I did. I
That's
called the
what
like that
basically
stream. I'm one of those people who called, and
Mm.
then when like
takes the moral high ground, saying, you know
when they were
what,
talking,
I'm
and
not
when I
gonna
gave him
dox
like
this
the
guy. I'm not
when I
gonna
gave him the name and the
fuck him
channel,
over. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
bigger man than
and
that.
and then they were like,
Not
one of
gonna
them
do
was
it.
like, "Oh, Rami," and it was like they knew him. It's like they've been getting calls about him so many times. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And leak it out to the public. Now,
But I mean, you
this
must have felt
particular clip
pretty much
was
like
pushed in
fulfilled
front
to a
of
certain point.
authorities, basically
Like seeing what happened
saying
afterwards, like what
that
took
Rami
place afterwards.
lied
Like,
Like, no, I
to
wasn't like if I could
face, and those
like if I could have done something
lied
to like
to get
not like he
out
was about to
of
dox Alex.
yeah.
Like that's what people
and so
fail to
if someone
understand. He was about to
pushed someone
dox Alex or
to
like
authorities,
what he thought
they
was his address.
pretty much be able to
Like let's
prove that
assume that if
Rami
he was
was
right,
doxing
like if he had the
that
right
guy,
address, he was about to
and would
dox
be able to
Alex.
prove that had the police not shown up, he would have leaked what he thought was someone else's address for the sake of views and for the sake of
And
stirring up
see,
drama, which is basically doxing.
someone,
Basically, to use
I'm not gonna
someone's,
name who because I
basically to
really don't
harass
care, but
someone else. What
someone
makes this
doxed
even
me
more
months ago.
hypocritical is that on his
And
Discord,
I mean, those of you who were
there
there,
is
y'all know who I'm talking
personal
about.
information rule,
And you know,
which
I
says
once again,
number 5,
I
personal
don't
information.
wish nothing
No
like evil on
doxing
the
of
person. I
any
don't,
kind.
you know,
This
it is what it
includes
is.
sharing any
But
information
it's
such as
just highly
addresses,
disrespectful. You
phone
know what I'm saying?
numbers,
You don't
social
even know
security
me.
numbers,
You
and
know what I'm saying?
anything else
And
present
just the
moderators
fact that
might
you take the
consider to be
time to,
inappropriate.
uh,
Legally speaking,
you know,
doxing itself
do
is
something
not a
like that,
crime and can
it speaks
only become a
volumes of
crime
like
when matched with intent to
what kind of person
harass,
you are, and
cyberstalk,
it's
stalk, or
knowing that
degrade
no
the
one
doxed
wants to be
individual.
connected to or
Now,
connected with. You know,
what
it's just
sounds
I don't know. I don't
a
care,
lot
but is
like
I
what
highly
Rami was
I
trying
find
to
it
accomplish
very
by leaking
disrespectful.
Alex's
It's
number
in the
was actually
rules. It's
Mm-hmm.
in Rami's
by
rules.
his own
Mm-hmm.
words and actions
His own rules. He
perpetuated.
broke his own rule.
Clearly, hypocrisy at its finest, and if you can't see it, then
Like
Well,
it could become
my
a
God.
crime when matched with intent to
Now, I've
harass.
had
Like
this
what was
on
Rami
this
leaking
entire
Alex's address for? So people can go up to his
and
house and say
moderators
how much they love
consider him
predator
basically
poachers? No, they were
just
to
point man.
basically to harass him.
Now, on this
mm-hmm.
particular day,
Yeah, he even said it. Let's
Rami posted
obliterate
a
this guy.
picture of
Yeah, let's
some girl
obliterate
who
him.
basically
What more
gave
do you
the
need?
entire Discord
Right, yeah.
permission to find out anything they can on this girl for the purpose of leaking her information.
Yeah, it was some girl like or something
Now,
that I don't know. Rami
this
like
girl
you
did
know
to get Rami to start
like
menstruating and go into his period, I don't know. But what I
yeah,
do
Rami
know
was on
is
his period
that
about this girl
police have
basically.
used
Like he was
Discord
like
to
telling
find
the
out
entire
about said girl,
Discord to dox her or
doxed,
cover up any
and
information about her.
victoriously sent a
And so what I
screenshot
did was I texted the
by
screenshot to the chat
saying how
and I was
doxing
like,
is not
"Yo,
allowed
uh,
on
doxing isn't allowed here. Why are you
Discord
doxing
server.
people?" And then some
And
bitch
I'm
named
clearly
Billy, one of the
saying
moderators,
on the
he
Discord
banned
server
me for basically enforcing the
started
rules.
to
So
call
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rami
it's
out on his
hypocritical.
hypocritical bullshit. But I was quickly banned for pointing out Rami's hypocrisy, so make of that what you will. Now we move on to a particular video that illustrates how slick Rami thinks he is and how much he can actually get away with. Titled, "We Slapped a Predator in Egypt Trying to Meet a Minor."
He's like Fidel Castro, bro. I
Now,
swear
the
to God.
special thing about this video
Worse,
is that this wasn't
because I don't think Fidel Castro
like
ever. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't picture Fidel Castro ever like calling
Rami
one of his helpers like
as the title
retarded or
thumbnail
like
in order to market to his
dumb or
followers
stupid or idiot or
had been
whatever.
knocked out,
So who knows?
and his followers were eager to see
Yeah, not to call him Hitler. Let's just settle on Fidel Castro.
but we were greeted with this.
Uh-oh.
Yo, look at this knockout. Look at this knockout.
I'm not some UFC
His face in the background.
boxing guru for the life of me, but is it safe to assume that
Oh my
this
goodness, yo.
most definitely
Definitely
was
not a knockout.
Nope.
Now, after his viewers started to call Rami on,
Annoying maybe, but not a knockout.
clearly pointing out how no one is knocked out, he
Mhm.
replies with this. Now, the sneaky little bencho.
How's it clickbait? How is it clickbait? Yo, the title is slapped up. Where's the clickbait, bro? Where's the clickbait?
Time, calling out, "Hey, I never said anything
title,
about
bro.
you, the title says slapped up. We didn't clickbait. What are you talking about?" He has since come out with the excuse that he has a video
Yep.
somewhere of him
Yep.
actually knocking.
I
out
remember
a
that
player
because
and
I didn't see the catch, but I saw the title
on
like on the
this
notification, and I remember that's exactly what it said.
slapped
I'm like,
up.
oh my god,
Now,
like,
this is where
Like,
we
oh,
got
you have a
into
video
the
where you knock out a predator.
point
Okay,
that
so why don't you post it? Oh, because it's too
Mm.
gruesome for YouTube.
oh
Were you
Lord.
not just about to promote
managed
yourself
to
knocking
garner
someone out
Mm-hmm.
big enough to
Mm-hmm.
where any interested
until you
party
got called
would
out for it
see
being
the video
clickbait?
of what he
Mm-hmm.
Like, you were very much willing
Now,
to put up a video of yourself knocking someone out.
this is about setting
But
an
now
example.
suddenly, oh, you can't
An
anymore? I
entire
wonder why. Because that video of him knocking on a predator
already on the line.
doesn't exist.
Many catchers are wary of what they can and cannot get away with. And then there's Rami, slapping a predator in Egypt. Now, you might be saying, hey, it's Egypt. Laws are different there. Now, that may be true, but it's still a video up on a YouTube channel, regardless. According to Rami, he has this video of him knocking out a predator, but says he won't post it because it's too gruesome
Oh
for YouTube.
Lord.
Well, I'd be willing to believe
The
he didn't show that he
the
was
hype is real with
willing
him.
to showcase
Like,
himself knocking someone out with the
man,
original title before he changed
I don't know.
it.
Sometimes I
His
think back and I'm
excuse
like, I wonder
is that Rami
what
clearly
called
doesn't seem to see
my attention when I
and
initially
doesn't realize
started watching his
what
stuff like at the
showing a
very beginning,
predator
like
getting
way
knocked
back
out
over a year ago.
can do to harm
And I
the community
really,
that he claims
I don't
to
know.
be
I
a
don't know
part
what
of.
it was.
The whole point of recording
Mind you,
on
things were a little
location
different back
is
then. You know,
purposefully
he
to
wasn't
avoid
so open
violence,
about
to
who
make
he
sure
was
the video is
as
as
he is
visible
nowadays. But still, it's like,
evidence as it can be.
I think the video that truly called out to me, like,
Millions of legal repercussions
like
on
how
it.
much, like, how big this could possibly be was like the CC unit video where like the fire chief and like this entire like where it literally looked like the stampede scene from Lion King, except
oh God.
like it was like a pedophile being chased and like all the buffaloes were like actual, like a mob of people chasing like this pedophile.
Oh
Not to
my
mention the
God.
legal trouble he could be putting himself into.
I
And
had to go search for that
bad
video. Like,
image
well,
he
not now,
gives the
but
predator
at some
to the
point
community.
during this weekend, I have to find
Clout
it and like
chasers,
rewatch it.
vigilantes,
I know what you're
are
talking about.
only doing it for the views and the ensuing shock value. There are
But
other
I don't know if
Mr. Wellington.
files putting actual dangers to society behind bars. Any lawyer will be able to pick
Clout
these
chasers and vigilantes.
whether it's a
Mhm.
knockout or a carton of eggs being smashed on their head. It can be picked apart in
And see,
seconds should the predator
that's
take
what has to
legal
be kind of
action.
like explained here.
I'm sure
Is
Rami has
like,
a reasonable
you know,
explanation as to why he does this.
the clout
You must
chasing
be blind.
is messing
DC,
up,
you're the
you know,
only
the
one having an
reputation
issue with it.
of like
Everyone else
other
loves it.
predator
You
catchers,
must be
and
an
that's what we're here
outward
to like
nerd
kind of
for
like
nobody
discuss
but
and talk about, and you know, pretty much like pick at. You know, this part was good. Oh
Kadevsky.
God.
Okay, so someone being an awkward
Like, look at
nerd
that response. Like, what does that
pointing
say?
out that
Mhm.
a very
That's
damaging
clearly
image
clout
to
talk
the
right there, bro.
entire community
There's
It's
no
like-
denying that.
surely what has the power to bring it down.
It's like when you have no option left to say, "Oh, your mom."
Mhm.
That's basically
Exactly.
him.
Jesus Christ, if this this is how deluded the herder is.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine how deluded the sheep are.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about him trying to pass off content that isn't his own as his own. Now, during the time that he was in the hospital because of his accident, Rami resorted to making live streams.
Wait, I came after everybody, bro. I came after
such as
what's his face? John Bravo, Konevsky, Rami,
fans entertained. But what was even
was
more
it Andrew, Tristan,
how
Billy? I came after everybody, bro.
see this entire stream, he
Everybody.
insists that he is exposed.
Well, I mean, but it's because of, once again, when you see something and you sense something is like wrong or like, you know, just kind of like messing up the reputation of the movement as a whole, as a, you know, general thing, you know, you as a supporter, you know, you want to speak up and you want to like, you know, kind of like weed out, you know what I'm saying, what has to be fixed.
Don't get me wrong. I'm having my fun. Like
Mhm.
I'm throwing my names out there. I'm like, you know, calling people out just for calling people out. But like at the end of the day, this is what it's about. Like these people are a detriment. Like they're like a virus to the community. Like it's it's could be funny. See like if Alex were to take a carton of eggs and smash it over a predator's face, I'd probably like laugh for like a minute or two. But then I'd be in his DM saying like, "Hey, you can't do that,
It
bro."
actually just turned into him basically reacting and laughing.
Like anyone
at
else, like it'd be
Chris
funny
Hansen's
for like a
videos
second,
even
and then like I'd
more.
be like, "Yo, you can't do this shit.
It
You can't be doing this, my guy."
roasting and exposing Chris Hansen to reacting and admiring Chris Hansen.
Yep.
So
Oh
it begs
my
the
goodness.
Well, yeah,
question,
yeah. This particular stream, like the
how did
first 30 minutes,
Chris
oh,
Hansen
expose Chris Hansen, blah 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 blah, and then the last 30 minutes, both of them, they were reacting to the Chris Hansen video of like that was like 6-7 years old. Oh my god, I will never forget how I caught this stream alive.
Yo, we caught this live. We caught this live.
He got taken down for a copyright notice.
Pass some content that isn't your own.
You can't make it up.
This is what you get.
Hey, I caught it on stream.
This
There's your
is
proof.
what
He
you
got
get.
taken down. No, and then he
Yo.
didn't bother to. He didn't even bother to go back
Yo,
online. Like he just
Big
left it at
M.
that. He never streamed again that day.
has to be laughing like a complete
Why would he? He's not,
Yeah.
I mean, he's.
this maybe explains it.
I'm not gonna use any words, but he's just not gonna do it.
Thinking that,
He's a
you know,
weasel.
by
Let's just say his pride is too much.
a name would allow him to get away
Like CC Unit, like Weasel.
with his YouTube channel, and then basically he just straight up just started reacting
Ed.
to Hansen after supposedly wanting to expose him, and
Yeah, that's Ed
buddy
from Lion King.
little bitch Andrews were reacting and basically laughing it up at about
Okay,
how
Andrew in the
Hansen
corner. I feel so sorry for him. Like I may have roasted him in the
decided
video, but I feel so
Andrew had
sorry for him,
any
man. Like how low does like how low do you have to go to like align yourself?
hell if
Like he's like half the time he's being like insulted. Like he says
Yeah.
he's joking, but he's being like basically humiliated in front of like thousands of people.
Yeah. But it's kind of like you explain afterwards, like you know, for whatever reason,
in some way
people like him, that I don't know, I don't know if they suffer for like with low self-esteem or whatever. You know, they allow the R word to kind of like control pretty much like their life, and they feel comfortable with that, and they feel like safe for whatever reason, and they just I don't get it.
Yo, Al Pacino, bro. I can get my Al Pacino in there.
By the way, man, the ability that you have to like slip in some of these like clips in here, bro, at the precise moments, you know, I gotta hand it to you.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, and that he was calling out the students. He was like, Trent, Sam, whatever your name is, wherever you are, fuck you too. So like I was like, yeah, I don't know. I like film.
Okay, let's
Jackie
pause it
Chan.
there. If I had $1,
See, that was good. That was a good
Oh,
placement right there.
no, this part is
Rami
just
brags
disturbing.
about the
It's
amount of
just
women he gets or the amount of women he
it's
sleeps
like
with.
describing in detail,
All
like
in
about his
terms of
interaction with a
I
stripper. Like
actually have more money
it's just
than Rami
disturbing.
claims to have,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be able to pay someone
I can't,
Like
yo.
like I'd be able to pay a companion to like basically babysit Rami for 24/7.
7. Give him the companionship he's so visibly,
He needs companionship. He needs
visibly
validation.
aching for.
I mean, clearly through the DMs, we there's no doubt about that. There's no
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is gonna
look at
sound
that.
This is
counterintuitive.
God as my witness. Like
Saying
every
that
time you
shit,
hear him say "as God is my witness," you know he's lying.
Yep.
the hard truth is,
It's like
I
thing one
know
and thing two.
people
someone out there is gonna make
in
a
that
game, like a
lifestyle
drinking
tend
game.
to
Like every
have
time he says "Is God my witness," you take a
1,000
hit.
phone
Like,
numbers recorded onto their phone. So your number would be one in the cesspool of numbers that they have
oh man,
recorded in their phones, probably from the thousands, if not millions, of encounters, sexual encounters that they may have had. Hold on. Before we continue, how do you explain this?
Oh, yeah.
Let's take us through.
J Station. What
Keep in mind,
happened?
he says he has a
Review.
stripper basically on him.
J-Station 2.0. This is
Watch
what
what happens.
happens
Watch
when
what happens.
predator catching doesn't pay anymore. Stay here and leave the predator catching to someone with more integrity. Now, Rami, being the Harvard graduate and the absolute scholar that he is,
Mm,
replies in quite elegant fashion,
of course.
"Bro, you're dumb AF. I'm still gonna keep catching preds on the main, but wanna try something else. Why do you have an issue W that? Are you jealous that your
Look at the way.
AFKN
It's like you just
Rami
got to this country.
mad that I am succeeding on a new channel with diff
Oh my goodness,
content?
yo.
You don't like it.
It's like
Don't
you just
watch
got out of
stuff
preschool.
like that.
Yeah,
Don't be a FKN loser, bro.
I don't know why, but
Like someone who came from
I have a
fucking
feeling
country.
that
Now I
for
continue.
whatever reason
You've been
the R
wanting to
word
move out
kind
of
of
your
like wanted
parents'
to
house for
stay
years now
in like high
and
school,
brag all the time
and
that you
he's
have so much money.
pretty much dragging
Your lack of
along
self-awareness
This is
the
a
type of
popularity game. Like he thinks like
rightfully
exactly.
popular
criticizes
or like
you.
how
It's
popular
either because
you
they
were
are
in high school or
FKN
how
dumb
not popular you were in
or
high
bulletproof,
school.
Exactly.
because they're
Like
jealous
still
That's the
of
vibe I
you.
matters.
get. Yeah.
Anyone who's
Like
jealous of
it's
you
life.
needs
Like
to be
you
considered
think
a
it matters. Like you think that like
LMAO.
the group of people
I remember
that
on a live
were
stream
quote
he said
unquote
all of you people
popular
invest in
were
trading on that and act like
you know
YouTube is giving a redundant profit.
basically you wanted to be
Now
friends with them, but then as you grow up you realize that those kids were probably on
like
some freak shit
Mm-hmm.
now
and
he
were probably
replied,
getting into things that maybe they
"You
shouldn't be
clown.
getting
I
into.
own
I don't want to name
rental
things, but
properties, one in New York
you
and
probably look
one
back
in
on
Mexico.
those years
I have
and
a
probably
stable
realize you're better
family
off where you were.
BC
Oh yeah, man.
that says because
Like
the
I
likes
never,
and hip
whether it be high
circles.
school or middle school,
Let's
whatever.
pause
Hell,
real
even in college,
quick.
I never ever like looked up to this type of person.
If you think you're gonna get
You know what
away
I'm
with
saying? Just because of the
because
way
of
I
the
was
legs
raised.
and
You know,
hip
like
surgery
I
from the car
knew
accident, that's why you
what
have a
type of
stable
person that
family.
was, and
It's been 10
obviously,
years since you
there's
arrived
No,
in the
there's
city
nothing
and
good that comes
realized
from
that
imitating someone like
at
that.
your house
no,
Period.
I have obviously, most people have,
inside
there's like this popular group, and I have
Hmm.
until I saw one of them come into school with an ankle bracelet. Then I was like,
using
oh
the
no,
legs and hip
Hmm.
surgeries exist
oh you,
is
New
on
Mexico,
his way to fall flat on
Eh,
his face.
Heisenberg,
Plus, he got an
confirmed. Yo, he's a
ACL
druggie,
coming
he's a
up in
junkie.
Friday. So I stay
Oh
home
my
so
goodness,
family
yo.
takes care of me. You are an
Eh,
idiot, man, because a
He
lot of
says
the time
he says
I
he
am
lives
at
in a
my
condo with his girl.
hold
What
on,
about the stripper?
my girl,
Mm-hmm.
your
Will
girl.
your quote
This
unquote
was 3
girl
weeks
approve
ago.
of what the
What were you
stripper's doing to
saying
you?
on the last live stream about a stripper twerking on you?
Just barely 3 weeks ago.
I don't think your girl would approve of this, Rami. If
Yeah, you're
you
right. Yeah,
have said
4 weeks
girl,
ago. Yeah.
I don't think your girl would approve of this. Or
See,
if
he puts himself in so
whoring
many like
around is not
different
an issue, right?
predicaments just
Don't you
because of
look
what he
down on
says
people
and
who
what
whore
spews
around?
out of his like
See, this is where
not
the
his mouth,
DMV
well his mouth too, but
is coming
through his words. You know what I'm saying? What he
He
types.
does not own a condo. Now
No.
everyone's gonna be asking, "Oh, where's the condo?"
Mhm. No, and it's as simple as, dude. There's websites that you can go to and do like a backtrace on and like look up information on that person, and you'll see
Obi-Wan.
if it's true or
Yeah,
not. Like,
of course. Yeah, like people are gonna be, "Oh, where's the condo now? You just said you had a condo."
mhm.
Rub her ass like on my dick
Okay.
extremely fucking hard, and then
Okay.
like I would like wrap my head like around her neck.
Okay, I am not gonna play the rest of that because I'm pretty sure none of
Oh,
you
by the
wanna
way,
hear
there was
how Rami
a bunch
basically
of streams.
accosts women.
Okay, there were like
Okay,
random
so I'll just go through it.
streams
Not
or
to brag
streams leading up to a catch or
big
whatever,
yourself up about
where
the
he would be
amount of
ranting
women you supposedly sleep
against like the
money
haters or
on
whatever,
her constantly
and
over and over
you
again.
know,
It
he
gets
even
to
said that he was
where
aware that
you
there's
need to
like
ask, who's he
minors
trying to
that
convince?
watch his
Who's he
videos
trying
sometimes
to
or whatever,
basically
and he's like,
work
but I
this
don't give a
relationship
f.
around?
Like,
Who's he trying to
you know, you
convince?
can
Himself
do
or
this
us?
to my
I
this
usually don't
if
do
you
that.
blah blah blah,
Like I've
and I'm
never,
like, so
honest
he's
to God,
Like all the haters can
acknowledging.
kindly kneel
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
do to my like it's like
Exactly.
he said
Like
he was going to the
acknowledging that
lounge
there's
and
potential minors watching his stream, and he's like disregarding
after
what he
the
just says. Like, well, I know there might be minors, but I don't give a damn. Blah 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 blah.
it's like later like um
there was nothing I could really do
where
about it.
when he says like Tristan and Andrew were caught like doing something
But maybe been there like
it's,
3 times,
it's
4 times.
out of nowhere, like the way he
Yeah,
says it,
okay.
like it made me think like does it, like it has to be something mental, like if you feel the need to out of nowhere say something like it's like if I'm in the middle of a college lecture and then suddenly
This work is
I go up
not bought by
and say out of nowhere, hey, I have a large penis. That's
uh
basically what Rami is doing.
this again falls into,
Like it has to be something mental. Like I'm not trying to
to
sound like a douche
shove
here,
down your viewers'
but
throats how much supposed
like it
money you
has to
make.
be something like I'm not one to
Like how much
judge about of
security you
like
have
what
meeting
someone
always every
may be
single
going through
time.
like mentally, but
Me
it has
wanting
to
to
be
mention
something
how
mental
you
compelling him to
the
basically
availability
say
of
these
both.
outlandish things. Like he curses
What are
way
you
more
trying to
than he should. Anyone
Mm-hmm.
there
should.
was a live stream which
You might have a
unfortunately I
severe
could not
case
get my
of
hands on. Um
what's that thing
that
called? That
basically someone
Like
asked
Tourette's.
someone
Tourette's.
related
There
to
we
the
go. Thank you.
economy and business
We are in
to
no
begin
way
with.
kind of
It was
infer that he
a
might have
laugh
Tourette's.
at best.
Of course, I'm joking,
So,
but
and I know where
Yeah.
this guy
can
went
you
to
imagine?
college, and he made
I mean, hey,
videos. I know where this guy went to college.
like
So
he says
either
outlandish shit out of
their
nowhere.
business
Like you'll
program is
see in a minute.
extremely crappy, or
It's
he's
like
just a
a
fucking
itch that he
idiot.
can't scratch type of deal.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, like this, like this.
On it, don't lie. Do you have a crush on me?
This is why I wanted a behavioral analyst to join me on this video, because what kind
Do you have
what
a
kind of
crush
confidence issues
on
did you have to
me?
go through as a child in order to, at 26, be asking these questions?
Wow.
Do you have a crush on me? Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Here's when he wink wink explodes on his decoy.
It's coming. It's coming.
Bro, I should have put the Call of Duty nuke incoming sound effect, yo. That would have been so.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. I know you're sick. Yo, not the full combo, bro. Just okay. You're a fucking dub, bro.
Strive. Thank you for the
Bro,
membership.
yo,
Appreciate it.
rip risitas, bro. Yo, rip risitas, bro. Rip.
I'm putting my shoes on. Why would you fucking do that? Why? Bro, you do the dumbest shit, bro. What do you mean? We left. We told you it was 30 minutes away. Fuck, man.
Jeez, like, do you guys notice the little explosions that
But,
come out of
and I
nowhere?
want us to listen in on that conversation because there's people that might argue like,
Do you
oh,
guys notice
it was the
the
decoy's fault.
amount
No,
of
no, no.
times he just
Like the
explodes
decoy
out of
even
nowhere?
tells
Like, he
him
could be
at one
calm
point,
one
like, dude, I
moment
don't
and then
have like
completely
that
explode on
information or whatever.
someone the
You
next
do.
moment.
You're kind of like
If that isn't some sort of mental illness, I
reiterating,
don't
like,
know
hey,
what is.
Yo,
it's not. There's only so much I can do.
why
You have to do the
mad?
rest or whatever, basically.
Yo, listen.
Motherfucker.
Wait, go back a bit. Go back a bit.
The whole fucking stream knows
Hold
about
on, let me.
don't work.
Yeah, I
Or like,
What do you mean? We left. We told you it was 30
I
minutes
think
away.
we went too far back, but we'll just let it
yeah,
ride.
yeah.
Man.
Jeez, like, do you guys notice the little explosions that come out of nowhere?
Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys notice the amount of times he just explodes out of nowhere? Like, he could be calm
Wink,
one
wink.
moment and then completely explode on someone in the next moment. If that isn't some sort of mental illness, I don't know what is.
Explode.
Yo, why you get
Alex would be having a field day with this one.
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker? The whole fucking stream knows
Yeah,
about
you see what I mean?
Yeah, I really don't know what to say about this. I genuinely don't. I mean, I really not to sound like a complete douchebag, but like if you can attribute this to some sort of mental illness where out of like every 2 minutes he's basically he feels compelled or uh feels the necessity to say something completely ridiculous and out of left field. um I mean, he needs help. He needs help. Now, this basically goes to show how little prepared he is and just how much, just how little value he gives to this whole predator catching. Because this isn't something you can do on a whim, which he clearly hasn't found out yet. This isn't something you can do on a whim. Sometimes these people often take months or weeks to catch, and the majority of catches are often basically fringe reach catches out of desperation that
Yeah,
someone
like that's what I'm saying. Like you
out
see Alex and,
last minute in order to catch
other
someone.
people
So
showing how they've been talking
really
to
get into
actual sick
the amount of
predators
times
like
he bragged about
for weeks
speaking
on
about
end,
how much effort
and then
is
you
on his
you
part,
get him catching some guy who's like
and
20 or
you
21,
get what's being
who's
output.
who's like relatively young. These people
Mm-hmm.
aren't
It's
like these
live
people
catch
aren't dangerous. Yeah, they're doing something wrong, but I wouldn't call them
make your
pedophiles.
conclusions.
They're just
There's only so much I can
doing
say.
something really fucked up. That's where I want to make my stance. Like those like 19, 20-year-olds, I don't wouldn't call them pedophiles because to be a pedophile, you have to be like seasoned experience. Like I watch like tons of Criminal Minds. Like it's like you earn that title with experience, you know? Like it's like to truly be that name, like you have to merit that name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey,
like
look.
like
I
these
commented earlier,
scoundrels, like 19,
I mean,
20-year olds going after 14-year-olds, they're
Mhm.
not pedophiles, but they need to be set straight.
the school he went to being
Agreed.
completely shit.
1,010%. I mean, and I know some people like might argue, you know what I'm saying? Or
Right, yeah, no, that's completely understandable. I welcome that.
hmm
You
But
equate
in
those
my
two
eyes,
terms to each
I
other,
mean, when you're 20, 21,
you're
22,
stupid.
you know what I'm saying?
What winds up
And
happening
the
is
person
that
is like,
this
whatever,
particular
13,
predator
14, 15, you
kind
know,
of
it's
smells
not,
something fishy
and
winds
I'm
up
not saying
following
it's right. Okay,
this
let's
individual
be
in.
very clear about
Of
this.
course, yeah, it's not.
You know, age difference is age difference and it's wrong. But damn, you know what I'm saying? Like the person was like still young, you know, and some of these kids, because I still consider, that age like kid or like really, really young, right? Some of them don't even know that that's an actual thing, that they can't be, you know what I'm saying, pursuing someone of that younger of an age, because to them, they're still somewhat contemporary. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. and most of these peoples aren't pedophiles. You know what they are? They're they're what's called hebophiles. Now, a hebophile is basically, you know how pedophiles like basically children, you'd call it prepubescent.
Mm-hmm.
A
Yep.
hebophile basically likes teenagers, like post-pubescent children. That's what differentiates hebophile from pedophile. So Rami's pool, like mostly, like a good portion are basically hebophiles, and those hebophiles are the ones that can be saved, not like the
Mm-hmm.
pedophiles.
Yeah. And we've talked about that in on the interview that you conducted on myself not too long ago, and we both put our opinion as to how delicate that topic is. You know what I'm saying? Like what we believe to be actual legitimate pedophiles versus what you just said. Hebophiles, right? And
Yeah,
like it once again, it's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. But let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? It's not actual legitimate, you know what I'm saying? Like 40, 50, 60-year-old like people. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, and like you can't speak for everyone in the world. Like you can't um like it's say picture like a boy and a girl have known each other since like maybe like since they were kids, and one's
Mm-hmm.
like with like a 2 maybe 2.5 year age difference, like,
Mm-hmm.
and then one day they decide to hit it off and start dating. Like you're not gonna call the guy a pedophile. I
Exactly.
mean, he knows her. He's been there. Basically, they're basically friends. Like let's say they're basically friends for like their entire life. You're not just gonna call that guy a pedophile because of
Mm-hmm.
the age gap. Like context matters.
Yep. And what Richard B just typed in is exactly what you said in the interview.
Yeah,
There's levels to this.
there's
Yes.
levels. Yeah, there's levels. And context also matters. Levels and context, but
Always.
obviously for these catches, the context is basically it's a hookup. These people haven't known each other for a while, strangers, so that takes that out of the equation. Now the only thing is the age, and that the age part is inexcusable.
Get him, get him, get him.
Get it.
Oh my goodness.
Andrew, where you at, boy?
Oh
Where
my
you at,
goodness.
boy?
Now look at here, boy.
Yeah, and he got away.
Go get him, boy. Go get him. Catch him. I can't even whistle no more, man. Terrible.
Yeah, you're in the building. You locked the door. Oh, can you try calling his number?
Oh god. I wonder if he would have said, "Sick him, get him."
Bro,
No, but like Rami was on crutches. What was he gonna do? Like throw the crutch like a spear and then catch the predator?
Hey
Like,
man, it might have gotten him more views if he would have done that.
yeah.
you know it's hard to find parts. Why didn't you?
Oh man.
Yo, watch. Listen.
Bro, I'm just saying, like.
It's like, yo, I'm done. Like you got Tristan. Like
Hold up.
this is where I give props to Christian. Like I know I basically shit talked him and basically like roasted him, but this is where I give props to Tristan. Like he like here he's not letting himself like he's like, okay, bye Rami,
Yeah.
bye Rami. Like this guy's like he's done. Like he's not letting himself get bullied around.
Getting called an idiot.
This is where I give props to
Rami
Tristan.
would then proceed to basically smooth talk him, tell him what he wants to hear,
Completely disregarding that I just basically roasted him like a few minutes
give
earlier.
him a few participation points, and the decoy, most likely, if we see him back again, his
But it's true.
spine has gotten
He
out.
stands up for himself pretty much. Even if it is just by saying, "All right, I don't want to talk to you right now." That's a way of standing up for yourself.
Common denominator. Like these people align themselves
Having some self-respect,
with
basically.
Rami, who takes advantage of them and basically uses their apparent stupidity as laughing stock.
You know what I really want to happen? Like one of his drivers, like I want him to like start acting out on his driver, and then the driver's just like secretly like
Recording
takes him out,
everything.
takes him out to like
That's
this some random place in the middle of nowhere that Rami has no clue how to make it back home, and he just drives away.
That would be interesting.
That
To
would
say the
be
least.
so hilarious.
Literally, the guys we ran into said they saw the guy. Fuck.
Fuck.
Like when I went there, bro, I was there for a few hours because I had a warrant for a traffic ticket that I forgot to pay. I was out within a few hours. This was
Yeah,
like
I used a bunch of clips, so I had no clue who I was, whose clips I was putting. But I try to give credit where credit was due. Like I try to,
now it's
put the names of the people whose
Yeah, I saw
videos I
that.
put in mine. Yeah.
we've
Like on the left side and stuff.
Bastard this guy is. We've covered how much he disrespects his coworkers
Hmm.
and the people he works with. We've covered how much and how far he's willing to do and go in order to get more views and clicks on his videos. But now,
No, like I said, let's tell the story again. When I was working under him,
now is the
he literally the day he got this was the day he supposedly got robbed. He phones me and basically asks for $100 in cash to get a hotel because
Get the heck
According-
out of here.
DMs
according to him,
women.
he no, like I told this to you on the last time I was here.
God is my
Um,
witness. I have never
Basically he had
in my life on
because he said to me on the phone, he was like, "Yo, I got into a fight with my dad that day, and my mom and dad basically kicked me out of the house and called the police on me, so I have nowhere to stay. Hey, can you give me $100 in cash so I can PayPal you $100?"
Yo.
And that's when I asked myself, like, aren't you an entrepreneur? Like, don't you have like millions of dollars? Aren't you like filthy rich? Like, why do you need my $100 bill? Like, he asked me for an $100 bill and said he would cash at me like $100 in digital money. Like, he like no. And what was worse, I tried to like brush him off. I was like, "Yo, Rami, I'm at a family. I'm at family. I'm like on the road right now." And then he goes like, "Yo, then send me the address of where you'll be going, or send me the address of where you are
out
right
of here,
now."
bro. Hell no.
I'm like, "Are you serious?" Like, I didn't tell it to his face, so I'm like, "Yo, man." I mean, in the moment, I was like, "Yo, I swear to God, if I were here, I'd be waiting for you with the $100 bills." But no, I wasn't gonna do that. Like, had he not said that bit about his own parents getting the cops on him, I probably maybe, I can't say now, but who knows? But he said those things, and that basically spooked me. Like, am I actually gonna meet up with a guy who, according to him, his own parents called the cops on him and kicked him out of the house? Like no.
And it's just the tone, the context and the tone, and you know what I'm saying, like the way he was going about it too. Like that's like a little, like, I mean, with all the due respect as a person, you know what I'm saying, but it kind of came off as like a psycho move, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, where are you gonna be so I can meet up and we can do the transfer like in person. Like, bro, that's like really creepy and like weird. That's even creepier than some of the predators have done in the past.
No, that's just insensitive. Like, it's just that spooked me. Like,
I would have been spooked. What?
Like, not even mentioning that this guy got quote unquote robbed. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, like, what if this guy's being stalked and people are seeing him come to my house?
Exactly.
And then my house gets targeted. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's very true. I'm very glad you brought that up, because that's exactly like the same. I'm pretty sure 99 or hell 100% of the people here in the chat would like feel and to say the same thing. It's like, nah, hold up, bro. You just got like pretty much like Rob did.
like by association. Remember in that car, why wouldn't he show them the
Exactly.
car?
Mhm.
What did he have to hide? Like, what if they
Mhm.
searched his car and then they
Mhm.
fucking took me in for
Mhm.
possession of an illegal substance because of
Yep.
him?
Well, I remember like when Alex was on here and we were like pretty much like picking at that stream, with the whole robbery. Um, we were very adamant about like saying, bro, if you got none to hide, you know what I'm saying, and there's nothing going on, nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have our rights or whatever. That's fine. I get that, and I agree. But if you have nothing to hide, what's the deal? Like, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got thousands of
It, it,
people like
it,
watching your stream.
if this is true,
Mm-hmm.
my God, man, the women.
Oh, by the
Wait for
way,
it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ding.
Congratulations. You've made it to the end of the video. I thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Now, there's so much more I could go into detail about,
You were saying?
but I'm pretty sure that the people who
I'm
are
gonna
going to
wait
see
for this
this
real quick.
already knows
Oh,
about the
It's
past
kind of a
drama
little
and
irrelevant now, but
how it's taken place, and I
it's
really
funny. I
don't
want to share
feel
it.
like becoming a ROM historian anytime soon. Now, if I missed a credit to a person's screen grabber content that I used in this video, please let me know in the comments down below so I could make the appropriate edits. Now, many of you might be feeling that Rami's drama is old news and people should just let it
Here
go
we
and
go.
not engage with this guy.
Listen closely,
That's a
people.
valid point. It's human nature to want drama, and it's in our nature to see some beef. But with Rami, I feel as though that he is truly a nuisance and a threat to the predator catching community. What he considers good content is actually detrimental and harmful to the community, and it gives a very bad look and it drags its reputation through the mud, spitting in the face of catchers who work hard to know their laws and truly want to help rid the streets of predators. His overinflated sense of self importance and his very large but fragile ego has made clowning him very addicting, which isn't something I'm very proud of. However, then I remember how many people are being deceived by this man
There we go.
and
This is
actually
the
buy
important
into the
part.
whole as God is my witness, my guy crap. More than likely, Rami will see this, so if I had one message for him, it'd be to stop doing predator catches. Leave this community. Go do your ghost catches. Become the next hype beast or J Station using shock value for clout and fame, basically gearing your content towards kids who are really impressionable. Become a celebrity. Do your public experiments, which will more than likely be staged. Focus on your OB Nation channel, which you've created because YouTube entirely demonetized your Predator content, and for you, Predator content does not yield a profit anymore. Go where the money takes you, but please, for all that is good, stop pretending to be a selfless hero when everyone and their mother knows that your intentions are misguided and you're nothing but a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Beautiful ending. So now I really do hope people got the useful information out of all this. And once again, I must repeat, all right, we're not here to, necessarily bash anybody. We're not here to like
Yes, we are.
well,
I
not
am.
me, not me.
No,
Let's make
man,
that
but
very
like
clear.
the common theme, like we may have, obviously, we both have both our motives and stuff, but the common theme is basically to just lay out how this type of behavior can absolutely destroy and damage the community. Like you saw what happened to Alex; he got
Exactly.
completely monetized, and taken down off of YouTube, and it boggles my mind how someone like Rami is still around, like with the shit he does and the shit he posts on his channel. He got demonetized. He got completely demonetized. That's why I was saying how his OB Nation channel is basically there to supplant him, basically because um Predator Poachers yields no more profit anymore since it got completely demonetized. So OB Nation is the possibly, or he's gonna do the public experiments. Basically, he's gonna like fuck with people, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
For content, basically, when he made that channel and he started doing that ghost video. I don't know if you've. I had a phase a few years ago when I was 17, like 16. I had a phase of like I don't know. In the chat, people type in if this calls out to you. J Station, All Those World, Mo Sargi, Kazi Official, uh, uh, Ireland brothers, like the
I think
people
the
who
J
did
Station
the
rings a bell. Yeah,
J
definitely.
Station, like those people who did the ghost challenges or the 24-hour overnight challenge,
Mm-hmm.
that you could easily film and make it look like it was actually 24 hours. You could basically with the public pranks, like the basically the shock value type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basically I had a phase like that was when I was like 17 years old. He reminds me of, like, if you take a look at his ghost video, literally I'm screaming, hey, this guy's literally like the All Those World guy or J Station. He's literally like that. Like he's like, I mean, what's the next good video gonna be? Oh, Khabib's dad passed away. What's Rami's next video gonna be? Contacting Khabib's dad with the Ouija board at the
Oh
haunted
my
house.
goodness.
That's what I picture him doing. Like he's bred for this kind of stuff. I'll give him props. He's good at being like this hype beast character.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good at being like this shock value character, and he's bred for that kind of stuff. So stick to that.
Yeah.
Make OP Nation like ideally he'd strip the personality off Predator Catchers Alliance and give those 100 something K subscribers to someone who actually would want to take up the mantle as a predator poacher in New Jersey and protect it. So he could basically stick to doing whatever he wants, becoming famous, da da da.
Exactly.
That's an ideal world, but that's not gonna happen. Wishing for that to happen is like wishing for CC Unit to take off his mask. It's not gonna happen.
Or for Alex to put on some long jeans instead of these jorts,
right.
or sports shorts. Oh my goodness.
Or like for Alex to not, to not immediately get excited by seeing a penny,
Or that was the last one. Or to see Alex shaved all over again. Because wow, that was a huge difference. He looked like a human, well, sorry, adult-sized baby, just roaming the earth with his soft skin. Just dear God.
Oh my God, Chris Handsome said I pretty much just gave Rami an idea for a video for like Khabib's dad and stuff like that. But yeah, like that's the point, like I could be, I know you're not here to obviously, you're maintaining your persona and you're staying true to who you are. You basically, impartial, you're kind of doing reporting and, maintaining, taking kind of maybe taking neither side. And then there's me who's just completely wailing on this guy. But at the end of the day, obviously you're here to report news on Predator, the Predator community, not the Predator community, the Predator catching community. Yeah, I caught myself. Yeah, it's pretty clear cut. Like I think we're both in agreement that this kind of behavior is not acceptable, and like this is what basically could wind up bringing down the entire community. Like people could be like, yo, if that's how all of the catchers are,
Exactly.
like, it's like me. Like, let's use this analogy. I like my comic, Red Hood. Like he goes around killing people, and then that makes problems for people like Batman because like he doesn't kill people. Like
Perfect analogy.
Do all vigilantes kill people? Like no, that's not it.
Exactly.
So Rami is basically ruining it for everyone else.
Yeah. Not only ruining it, but like you said earlier, he's not even allowing somebody else. He's not willing to say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? He can't come to that realization of like, I can't do this anymore because I don't see myself fit, you know, to keep doing this. So, you know, let me hand this like channel over to like somebody who genuinely wants
Is
to
he,
help, you know what I'm saying, the community. He's not doing that. So it's even worse, you know, by not giving somebody else an opportunity to like actually do the work that he initially started doing. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's really for the safety of the kids and the safety of the young people and everything and the minors, then okay. Like if I don't think or see myself fit doing this anymore, then damn. Like I gotta find because he already built his platform. He already built his channel. He already built his. You know what I'm saying? It's a
his,
strong following.
his ego's already been like whacked off like several times.
Hmm.
Yeah, like like the ego stroking has been there for like a good while now. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's like you could like it's all or nothing with this guy, and like it's funny. Like he like again, I don't want to sound like a complete douchebag and like bring up mental illness, but like I don't know if you in under one of the videos there was an account called Predator Catchers Alliance #1 fan where the guy was like basically saying, "Oh, Rami doesn't do drugs. Rami's probably like the most humble guy I know. He gave like $1,000 to this homeless man. Blah 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 blah. Basically, shilling for Rami, right?"
Hmm.
And then I go and click on that channel, and it's a video of Rami street fighting and basically MMA.
Hmm.
And so you're either questioning how did this stranger get a hold of that very private video, or you just wind up assuming like the most logical assumption that's Rami. That's
Hmm.
another account. He's pretending to be someone else, sticking up for basically tooting his own horn via another account, thinking people aren't going to realize that it's him.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's his burner account. Like Strike said, that's his burner.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, once again, I hope what people take home from all of this is, uh, people like this, and respectfully so, I have to be a gentleman about this. People like this need to be weeded out of the community, right? Of the predator catching community and the predator catching supportive community ASAP before, you know, not only his channel or somebody else's channel, but the movement altogether as a whole. Anybody and everybody who wants to take down these pedophiles and these, you know what I'm saying, these monsters, uh, don't even have a community to keep moving forward with. Because one thing is to take down the channels, you know what I'm saying, the profiles and all that. But another thing is to like take down like the bigger part, which is like the actual supportive community, which is wanting to see pedophiles get confronted and everything. That would be the whole another level of like, and I'm not saying that everybody, you know what I'm saying, is not gonna want to see that anymore. But you know what I'm saying, when you take down some of these channels that have a strong following, okay, and have been doing this for a while, right? What's going to happen is that these large groups of people that support these channels and what they do, little by little, right? They kind of start like scattering off. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they'll still be supportive, but the voice of the people will not be heard as much, anymore, to the point where it's almost non-existent. As strong as it is or has been this last year or two, and that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm here trying to prevent. This is what Red Hood is trying to prevent, is that as a people, right? Because of consequences of the R word, or of his channel and account, potentially being pretty much like ruined or whatever, not only ruins the credibility of the other channels, but as a supportive community, we might somehow, in some way, shape, or form, die off gradually as well. And we're trying to prevent that.
Right. Now, this may be a bit of a caveat, but or I don't know if you'd call it a caveat. This is maybe like but I heard like Dads Against Predators. Like I saw in one of their recent videos that pretty sure one of them literally fought the predator. But here's the thing: they didn't put it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They put it on their own website and basically monetized it, so the people who wanted to see it actually pay for it and see it.
Mm-hmm.
But Rami's not doing that. Like it'd be one. I mean, credit where credit is due. Like if Rami had basically, hey, you want to see a pred getting knocked out, you want to see a guy getting eggs smashed over his head, blah blah blah. If you want to see that type of content, then yeah, subscribe to my monthly
Patreon or whatever.
Patreon or whatever it is that he may have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really, but he doesn't do that. Like he posts it all on YouTube. Like it's still like honestly, like this is where I'm gonna have to be brutally honest. If he had done that, I'd probably have no problem with it whatsoever. But he's putting it on YouTube and acting like it's all cool when it's not. Like it's
Exactly.
so damaging. And Dads Against Predators, before you get on them, they private their shit and they make people pay for it. And Rami, he says like oh, there's gonna be stuff on the Patreon too gruesome for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I highly doubt that subscribing to his Patreon, you're gonna be getting any more than what you're getting already for free, because the whole graphic shit, like the too gruesome for YouTube. I mean, literally say like on a live stream, basically like he beats up a predator. All people have to do is just stay up on the live stream, and boom, they get it, and like you don't have to go subscribe to his Patreon. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't put them on somewhere where he might actually, be able to monetize them properly without any problem. I mean, he's putting this type of content like out in the open, and that's not good for the rest of the community, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. And so for anybody who is against, any of us trying to weed out people like the R word from the community, you're only doing damage to yourself. And why do I say this? We're saying what we're saying and we're doing what we're doing because we actually genuinely, like care about like the kids, the minors that are potential targets for these, pedophiles and stuff. So, for any random person in general out there who's saying, oh, you guys should just let it be or whatever. No, I mean, to a certain point, yeah, you say, I'll ignore them or I'll brush it off or whatever. Yeah, you could do that. We could do all, Red and me and everybody in here has done that for the longest time. I think it's been months since last time I've actually made a stream, on this person. And it's because of that same reason. Like, okay, he's really not that important to me. It's whatever. But it comes to a point where it's like, bro, you're hurting the reputation of the whole movement as a whole, But anyways, that being said, Red, I am gonna start like saying my goodbyes because damn, it's gonna be 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I feel you.
But anyways, man, hey, I appreciate you being on here with me, man. I really do.
Yeah, like one more thing. I basically just my basic like last few words. Like if you want, you could start clipping it now. This type of thing, like I don't mind. Like me personally, I don't mind clowning on this guy for like for like the considerable future. I don't mind clowning this guy. Like if he does some like really dumb shit, we're gonna be there to, or at least I'm gonna be there to basically report on it and basically make him look like a clown. I'm gonna be there to basically clown him every step of the way, and like the more daring he gets, and basically because it's not right what he's doing, and I feel people are saying, oh, just let it go. Why do you keep picking on him? I feel no shame. Like I'm gonna keep clown like as long as he keeps endangering the community with like his his shock value, like his content done for shock value. Like as long as he keep doing that, I'm gonna keep clowning him, and so many other people are gonna keep clowning him too. That's just the hard truth. I mean, we're just not. It's not here like, oh, we're sore or we're jealous or we want attention. No, it's literally what we want to minimize attention that this guy gets. Like we don't want any attention to ourselves. If we get attention, if I earn a couple subs, oh boom, great. Like what, 50 subs? Boom, like I'm a nobody at the end of the day.
Mhm.
But him, it's strength in numbers. If a bunch of people can basically, stand up and be like, yo, shit's not right. Like
Exactly.
it could be funny like 1 second, and then
Exactly.
you could come to your senses and like you could point out that it's completely wrong. And
Mhm.
for as long as he keeps trying to do more daring shit, I mean, I don't know about you, this may be the last stream you ever do on him, but like me, I'm gonna keep clowning him. I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna become his worst nightmare. Like I'd be willing. I will basically, if it comes, I will mobilize people like the Obliterated My Guy and the Rami El Dono, all the channels basically to just start clipping all the stuff he does, so more people will wake up and see how this guy's basically a detriment to the community. And the faster he is basically, the faster people stop playing ball with, the faster people stop playing ball with him, and the faster people stop giving him praise and massaging his ego, and the faster people start leaving his boat, then the better off the community will be.
Yep. I can't add more to that, man. That was well said, and there's nothing at all that I can even, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that was just perfectly said, perfectly well put. I don't know if some of the supporters here want to say something to Red or whatever before we
I don't know,
finish the
like
stream.
take like strictly. I know it's late, but strictly 5 minutes. Anyone here has any questions? Strictly 5 minutes, because after that, I'm pretty sure JDQ was like falling over in his chair, but he needs to sleep.
Nah, I might have to start praying soon, because technically between 3 or 3:30 in the morning is a witching hour. So now I gotta be vigilant. Now
Oh
I have no
shit, it's
choice
the
but to
devil's
like.
hour. Oh shit. Yo, right now is around the time when like J Station would bring out the Ouija board.
Exactly, you're right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so for 5 minutes, say to like to 3:35, anyone has any questions for me or anything, anyone, like the 14 people here, anyone has any questions, just drop them in the chat. Like we'll be here till 3:35. That's it.
That is correct. So we're gonna while we wait for the questions to just rain in and just be overabundant here. I don't know, man. Like besides these, because I know you put another video after that, the R word one.
No, that was basically the Jesse alternate timeline story.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, because I thought it'd be funny on like as its own video, because I rendered that video first. Like I didn't compile it all in one go. Like I rendered that video first, or like midway. Like I got the idea as I was editing like this first video. I got the idea for the Jesse one, and then I rendered it separately. But then like the FBI scene, I basically rendered it. Did I? Or no, I rendered part of it. I rendered the actual break-in separately, but then I added the music and the "We Got Him" like all in the main document. So yeah.
Like I said, man, that all that footage was just perfectly. I mean, the music and everything, the timing of the R word's face on the characters,
Like
the audio.
Yeah.
You can't be doing this, like.
Yeah, like I said, if Rami decides to become more daring, like I'm gonna become his worst nightmare. the more content he gives me, the better it is for me, and the worse it is for him. Because I'm gonna make him look as much of a clown. Literally, he's gonna end up like Pennywise eventually. Like that's how much of a clown I'm gonna make him look like. Like
Oh my
literally,
goodness.
like I will clown him into oblivion, as everyone will do. I will make sure like his negative behavior is put on blast, and you know what needs to be exposed is exposed. You know, like, and, yeah, like obviously, like if I've interacted with this guy, he's within my reach. I have the power to reach him. So, you know, if if my abilities count for anything, I will clown him. Like the more daring he gets, I will clown him. Like mark my words.
And that's partially the takeaway here is you know what I'm saying, we're not, well, I hate saying we, but you know, in general, okay, in general, as a people, you know, we're not here to like falsely accuse anybody. We're just bringing up actual evidence that speaks for itself and shines the light, you know what I'm saying, on the the darkness within this person, which is not even within that much. It's already out in the open, but you get what I'm trying to say. We
Yeah,
shine light on the actual like true persona and person that is him, and that's all we're really doing with all this. Is just, you know, we're not trying to trick anybody into thinking anything. We're not trying to force anybody to think anything. We're just saying, hey, look at this. You know what I'm saying? He said this. He did this. You know what I'm saying? It's
make your own
video
conclusion.
footage. Exactly. It's up to everybody to put the pieces together and say, you know, if decide if they want to keep following that person or not. But there's actual evidence out there for them to like look at and analyze before making a decision, you know?
Yeah, and like I said, like the main reason I did it in the first place was basically because I looked online and uh, Ash Blues was a bit outdated. It was basically like the whole him versus Alex. Mine's was more of like current day, you know, the stuff he's been up to since like he first broke away from the predator poachers. But he was outdated, and then the other ones basically, you know, don't say anything. Like the one with the chicken for the thumbnail, like the guy was basically like screaming. Like I don't know if you know Leafy is here. It's like the Leafy is here times 10 on Rami. Like basically just screaming and like, you know, almost whining about how, you know, oh, Rami's Rami's selfish. All he cares about is money. And like, okay, like where's the evidence? Like there's no, he gives
Mm-hmm.
no concise points.
Yeah.
It's all like, you know, dumb, like whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's what compelled me to make the video. Like, you know, okay, there's
Something more concrete.
I'm gonna have my funny in there. I'm gonna have my fun, but still, I'm gonna put my concrete points together with evidence, and basically just clown him effectively. You know, effectively. That's the key word. Effectively. You can clown him all you want. Make sure you do it effectively and in a way that basically hurts his potential viewership.
Well, folks, that is all for tonight. Red Bro, I don't think I see any actual questions or whatever, so we're just gonna say good night. And every single one of you guys. First of all, Red, thanks for being here again, bro. I really do appreciate your presence on here and your intellect. You know what I'm saying, and everything that you have to provide to the community. You are a gem within the community, and everybody here knows that. I don't have to say it, but you know, for formality's sake, I have to like highlight that. You know, you're a source of information and a source of I don't know. I like the way your mind works. So if that makes any sense, and the way you express yourself. But that being said, bro, we're gonna have to schedule like another day for another stream like this. Not about this. You know what I'm saying?
I hope not. I hope not. Maybe I hope not. There has to be something else, man. Like it can't
of course, there's tons of topics, bro. Tons of topics.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you go. So I don't know, however you want to do it. If you
Yeah,
want,
I'll just take my leave, man. Thanks for having me, and you know, just yeah, man. Yeah, peace, Emily, peace, everyone. Hope to see you again soon. All right, I'll deuce out. Peace,
all right,
JDQ.
bro.
Peace.
Peace, bro. Take care. So yeah, man. I want to thank every single one of you guys for stopping by. I know not absolutely everybody is a supporter in here, but for those who aren't, thanks for stopping by anyways. Like regardless, I appreciate your presence. Whatever the reason may be. But I'm gonna do a quick roll call before I leave. Of course, the red carpet was always rolled out for every single one of you guys from the beginning of the stream. So much love to you guys. And of course, StreamYard doesn't let me go all the way back and pretty much see everybody that commented in the chat area or whatever. But I'm gonna pretty much highlight those that I see on StreamYard. We got Emily Rose, we got Nightville, we got Todd, we got Carly, we got Rhino Ramgoose, My Life, Strife. Who else? I can't read that other one out. Oh, Chris Handsome, Richard B. Ben. Who else we got on here? Red Hood, of course. Yeah, the feed or the co-host of tonight's stream. Who else? It's gonna suck because I really can't go all the way back like I want to, but technically I could go on YouTube and like scroll back. But Matt Jones, of course, thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate it. JJ. Who else? That's as far back as I can go on StreamYard. But hey, for every single one of you guys that were here, Brett, of course, Brett. Oh man, Southeast Texas in the house, man. You got here late, but it was a good one. I don't know if you're gonna want to like rewind and watch the whole thing because it's pretty long. But it was good. It was good. It's always good to have Red Hood in here. So if you want to check it out afterwards, bro, I'll appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Hey, man. Kudos to you, man. I wish I could eat something right now. Shoot, anything. Nice, big, juicy, thick burger from Red Robin's or something like that. I don't know. Hey, but thank you for stopping by, regardless. Hey, thank you. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. But anyways, I'm gonna shut up now and I'm gonna end the stream. Please, if you enjoyed this stream, guys, give it a thumbs up before you leave. It's up to you if you want to share it or not. I'm not gonna tell you to do that, but if you think it's useful, if you think the information talked about on here was useful, of course, go ahead and share it. But otherwise, if you enjoyed it, just make sure you give it a thumbs up before you leave. I love every single one of you guys, and let me just show my face before I leave. I know the image quality is not the greatest as it used to be, but we're still getting things done. We're still out here, just trying to be somewhat, somewhat classy. Because if I would not want to be like classy, I would have not shaved and lined up my beard around this area, and I would just let it look bummish. But I tried. Anyways, we're trying to look decent for y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, y'all have a beautiful, blessed night. Stay safe out there. All right. And thank you for stopping by and supporting your boy JDQ, man. That's all I can ever ask for. Every view, like, and everything. New subscribers. I thank every single one of you guys. You guys are the best, and y'all know, I speak highly of every single one of you guys. Red Robin's, hey, she a pretty lady, man. Red Robin's makes the best burgers. Well, not the best, but they make some great burgers, man. I have to say. But anyways, that being said, I'm gonna say goodnight to y'all. Go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? After you see this, just go to sleep. It's already 4 a.m. almost. All right. Take care, everybody. A big hug from me to all y'all, like Barney. No, not like Barney, but you get what I'm trying to say. Much love from me to you. All right. And that being said, good night. God bless y'all, and peace out.